Hello everyone, it's Judgment Day with another Fishing Planet video. Today we are going to go through some beginner basics. I've seen that a lot of new people joining the game and asking questions. Now if you pay attention to the license, on the basic Texas license you can only catch smaller fish. You have to release the red deer sunfish trophy, bluegill trophy, spotted bass common, and those are going to be your bigger money fish with more experience starting out. So you're going to want to buy the advanced license for $200 for the whole end game day. You're also going to want to start off at Swampy Exploration, as you can go right over here to the left to this pile of mulch and get free bait. You can do it whenever it comes back, so check regularly and you won't have to buy your bait. Now, the spot that I found that was best to pretty much catch fish, any kind of fish, is right here between these two aquatic vegetations. And you start off with nothing but a bobber pool. Now, something I really like is being able to use the LB/RB buttons on the very top of your controller to quickly cycle the baits that you have available as well as the fishing pools. LB for fishing pools, RB for your baits. Fishing with the right equipment definitely helps. Using too big of a hook, you'll get a lot of nibbles and a lot of bites and a lot of misses. The way your hooks are set up is the hashtag 10 is going to be your smallest hook. Your hashtag 1 is going to be bigger than the 10. And then you're going to go to 1/0 hooks, 1 slash with a 0, and 1 to 10, 10 is going to be your biggest hook. So between those two and everything, they kind of flip-flop back. Now you'll get little nibbles here and there, but you want to wait until the bobber in the top right corner of your screen takes off. Once that does it, pull your left trigger to hook the fish. As you can see in the shop, the red worms cost $75 for 25, but you can get them for free out of the compost heap, which is a lot better because it doesn't cut into your daily profit. Now, once you reach level 3, you can buy your first lure pull as well as bottom pull. The value spends 6.3 for 12.50. The one with just the fish on it is a lure pull. The one with nothing that's grayed out is a bottom pull. Just like the rod with the bobber is just for bobbers. At level 6, you unlock a casting rod, which only can be used with a casting reel. They usually offer a lot more power than your normal lure pull. Just like these two rods, they are pretty much the same, except the other one that you unlock at level 8 is a little bit longer with more pieces, but they still have the same line weight, power. Now, as you can see with the reels, you only have two choices. You have spinning reels and casting reels. So you can use the spinning reels for bobber, lure, bottom, anything. The casting reels you only can use on casting rods for lures. I like using the casting spoon number 2 over the number 1. It seems like it works better for the bass, and that's what you're targeting here because that's the big money fish here that will level you up and get you more money fast. The number 2 unlocks at level 3, and the number 1 unlocks at level 4. Now the gauges on the bottom right tell you what kind of tension you have on your rod, your reel, as well as your line. You can move the drag up by pushing left or right on your D-pad. If you have the line too high, you'll snap it off. If you have it too low, the fish will just run out and you'll never reel it in. That's why it's nice to always set up a nice balanced class with your rod, reel, line, so they're all basically about the same and everything like that, so you can get as much out of it as possible. Now you can try other places to fish for bass and all that. They're all over this map, but during the overcast days, they like to be out in the open. During sunny days, it's better to come to places like this because they're more abundant over here. They move to shade to try to get out of the direct sunlight. Now another helpful feature is you can hit your LT trigger and actually aim to where you want to go if you want to throw in a specific spot in an opening or something like that. And to do that, you need to hit your right trigger button to be able to change how your bobber is, because otherwise you're just throwing like that. But if you hit your trigger button, you can actually aim where you want to do. If you hit your LT button, then you can throw a specific spot. Now, with a lot of fish that you're going to be fishing for, they're mostly going to bite on peak hours. So if you look at this map right here with the weather forecast, the areas that are higher are peak hours, meaning the fish are going to bite a lot more during those times. And if you're not fishing in a peak hour, you can easily hit your B button and you can fast forward time to a peak hour to increase how much fish you catch faster. And it's really nice at Lone Star because it's pretty well free. It's $200 a day to fish. And once you're done fishing for the day, you just leave the map and it automatically sells all your fish. But if you want to stay longer, all you have to do and everything is travel to the next day. Fast forward time to 5 a.m. And then it will sell your fish and you'll start a new day with an empty net. And once you leave the lake, you can repair all your equipment because it does take damage the longer you use it, the more days you stay. Now, starting off, you have to be careful because even though it's free to travel to Lone Star, everywhere else it's going to cost you. The higher the level, the more it's going to cost. So that's why you want to buy your advanced license as well as your day as well as the travel cost and stay multiple days. Now, if you're under level 30, you definitely want to take advantage of this tournament coming up. It costs $20,000 to enter, but it opens up 3 lakes that you cannot get to until you get higher level, level 30 at least. So you have 4 days to grind out $20,000, and if you get a kayak, you can go to Saint-Croix and catch bigger fish and let them drag you around that you wouldn't normally be able to catch until you're a lot higher level, at least 30, to even go to that lake, which will level you up and give you a lot of money quick. If you're really low level, you might not have a fish net big enough to keep the fish, but you'll still be able to keep the experience points from doing that. And if you read the terms of participation, everyone is eligible to register and participate in this tournament. All player level restrictions for visiting waterways and tournament related states will be temporarily lifted for all players registered in the tournament, meaning that you will be able to go and fish these waterways even if you're not high enough level to do so. And like I stated before, if you don't have equipment big enough to catch these bigger fish, get yourself a kayak, because you can have it drag you around until it gets to a shallower spot and you still can catch these big fish and get the experience points for doing it. Now I have the Gary Scott Orion Bass boat that costs you $391,600, but I wanted to take this out and show you that all the boats are the same, even with the kayaks. I mean, the kayaks you'll get tipped over on sometimes, which is kind of funny. But these boats and all that, about the only difference is the speed. This has a motor that you have to crank start, which you have to get in the in-betweens to get it to start. The Gary Scott doesn't. Now once you have your boat started and you're on your way, you can hit your Y button while on your boat and bring up your GPS map that shows you where you're going. This is where we're going for the best fish in this area if you're lower level. Here's a good spot for clear, unique muskies that bite on shiners that unlock at level 19 and spinners. The best time to catch them is early morning, though, in the sunshine. Now, the best lure to use to catch northern pike is the Golem lure. You can get that by doing the Saint-Croix Golem lure mission to catch the fish monster. All you have to do is catch so many backlashes out of bushes, and it's a free lure. Now, a lot of people have asked and everything, if you lose the lure, can you get it back? And you can get the lure back as long as you do not catch the fish monster. The moment you catch the fish monster and lose the lure, it's gone for good and you can never get it back. So make sure you do not lose that lure after you've gotten the fish monster. Now you can also use crankbait. I'm using the crankbait 12-foot 6/0 hook that unlocks at level 40 and it costs you $4,500. The Golem lure is an 8/0 hook and it's free. Now make sure if you're lower level with lower level tackle that you do not anchor your boat. Let the fish drag you around and do all the work for you until it gets you up to shallow land, because these fish fight and they have some power. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future videos. It helps me and it helps you with me bringing you new videos. Take advantage of this upcoming tournament so you can reach lakes that you will not be able to reach for quite a while if you're not level 30 yet.